So this channel basically exists so that I can convey to you guys and teach you guys without charging anything how you can actually run your trading career, and there is absolutely no necessity to run behind mentorship programs or tutorials or webinars or seminars and spend huge sums of money. There is absolutely no need. The best teacher you can have is your own experience in the market. And to get experience, you guys must understand one fact, that you have to follow one system at a given time, and at any given time you should follow the system for at least a year or year and a half for it to start giving you some results. Please understand that it is not easy to make money in this market, but a simple trading system is going to go a long way in ensuring that you make good sums of money in the long run. There has to be consistency. If you don't have consistency, if you're not following your trading plan, if you're not planning the trade in the first place, then there is no way that you can make money on a consistent basis. You might make money in a flash in the pan, but on a consistent basis, on a week to week basis, or on a month to month basis, it is impossible to keep making money if you're hopping strategies and jumping techniques. So just ensure that you follow one simple technique, and the technique that I use and I share on this channel openly, and I have been doing that since many months now, is truly and typically based only on CPR and flow pivots. I do not trade on anything but the CPR. In every price action analysis video, I show you entries right around the CPR. And you should understand this fact that if you just adopt a simple trading system, it is enough to make you enough money in the month, and do that on a regular basis. And if you see Nifty and Bank Nifty, you will realize that Nifty and Bank Nifty keep making the similar kind of patterns every day, over and over again, and week after week and month after month. Nifty and Bank Nifty will follow the same type of personality. The buyers and sellers will react to the same levels the same way over and over again. The emotions of fear, greed, and hope will keep cycling. It is not important to keep running behind multiple strategies. It is not important to run behind strategies the moment the price action shows you something that you haven't been able to tap on that day, or the day on which you lose your stop loss, the day you decide that, okay, I'm going to change this strategy and I'm going to add this and such a thing in the strategy. Nothing doing. I don't do anything. Even if I lose a stop loss, I do nothing. A stop loss here, a stop loss there is fine. Even 3 or 4 stop losses out of 8 or 10 trades is absolutely fine. It is not going to be the end of the world. You have to understand that just because your strategy gives you stop losses doesn't mean the strategy doesn't work. As long as you maintain risk reward and that strategy fires even 50 to 55% of the times, you are going to keep making money on a regular, consistent basis. The problem is not the strategy, the problem is not the technique, the problem is not the analysis, the problem is your doggedness, your thinking, and your inability to adapt to the psychology that is necessary for trading. It is all about the mindset, it is all about psychology. So you have to understand that if you are a trader who trades intraday, then mindset is the most important factor. Do not forget this point. Now, having said that, let's go to the analysis of today's price action. The fact that the price action opened above the CPR is the first important fact here. I could not make a video yesterday. Actually, yesterday I was waiting for some price action or some pullback around the PP2L3 level, and you know that CPR or central pivot range is my favorite place to trade, so I keep waiting for the price action to return to this level, but it never did. It kept trading higher above the CPR and also closed above the CPR. That gave this kind of an higher value CPR today, and today's open was also above its own CPR. You can see this value here. So because the open was higher value, you can see that the price action shows us that there is a definite amount of bullishness there is going to be a definite amount of bullishness in the market today. And when price was falling like this, and in fact when it falls like that, you should be happy, because see, when price falls, people blindly run behind it. You can see that in Bank Nifty also. Bank Nifty opened with this doji pattern, and after this doji it made this red candle, and after that red candle, price kept falling non-stop right down to the demand zone that has been marked here. The demand zone comes from the previous day, which is a couple of previous sessions, which is the 8th of May. Today is the 10th of May. So when price went there, I was actually interested in this area in Nifty, and I was waiting only for a trade only in Nifty today. It is the virgin CPR coming from previous day's price action. Price should not penetrate it like this for it to qualify as a virgin CPR. And now you can see here that on this day, that is today, when price opened in Nifty, it kept falling non-stop, and this was the level I was waiting for. Why was I waiting for that level? Because one thing you can see here, that the yesterday's central pivot, the central pivot of the virgin CPR is exactly at the same level. You can also see that the S1 pivot is at the same level, plus we have the L4 below it and L3 on top. So this entire zone will qualify as a very strong support. And if you chase behind price, it's not going to work. You have to understand that price needs to be traded at the exact level, the quality level. The quality of the trade matters, quantity does not matter. One trade a day is all you need. So what was my level today to trade? My level was definitely this level, and I was throughout the day waiting for this level. So the simple fact being that the CPR was higher value, and yesterday's close was above yesterday's CPR, and today's open is above today's CPR. Isn't it easy to understand? It's a very simple system. It's the mind that plays games. And where do you trade on such a system? Now I know that when price falls to the virgin CPR, and if it reverses, the price might go higher, and it might go higher than the day high also. Although it did not go today, but it can potentially go above the day high also, for the simple reason that everybody who sees such kind of a fall here will go short on the early price action. So they all read this kind of a price action, and then they will look to short the market, thinking that the market is going to fall because the previous day has also seen a fall from here. So today, naturally, when they see such big candles, they are shorting at every level here. And then it was very easy to trade today. Once I had seen this particular price action here, price had come here, and then it formed 3 back-to-back green candles. I generally wait for the L3 pivot to be taken out. So price needs to close above the L3 pivot, and you can see here that we see 3 white soldiers, that is these 3 green candles after this initial downfall, and we have the virgin CPR support on the bottom, plus the S1 pivot, the central pivot of the virgin CPR, and the L3 L4 being at the same level creates a very good area, a very strong area of something called a confluence. That's a confluence of pivots, meaning all those traders who trade on the floor pivots, all those traders who trade on the Camarilla pivots, and all those traders who use the CPR will all come together, plus the fact that Bank Nifty also was bouncing from the demand zone, and it basically made this type of a candlestick pattern, which is a piercing line candlestick pattern. So this is an important candlestick pattern that I had seen in Bank Nifty, but I was more interested in trading in Nifty. I knew that if price took out the L3 level, then the next level to watch out for would be the H3 level, which is right here. So that gave me a good risk reward, because this would be my stop loss just below that wick there, and this would be my target. So that is the trade plan. And how should you plan for this kind of a trade? Because you know that there is a virgin CPR on the bottom that is going to create a good demand and good support for price, and as well you have a demand zone right below the below Bank Nifty. So you get good risk reward trade. You should enter that trade. The reason why I did not go long in Bank Nifty was because there was a much bigger area for Bank Nifty to cover, and Nifty seemed more manageable. So you can see here, if you entered after this candlestick, you could have kept your target at the H3, and 400 points target is usually not something to be taken in Bank Nifty. You should keep realistic targets like say 150, 200 points, and those points would be covered easily by Bank Nifty. So you could have gone long anywhere, but I don't typically trade only on supply demand. I need some strong confluence of pivots there, and that is the reason why I took trade in Nifty, not in Bank Nifty today. Given this sort of price action, what is available to us for tomorrow? Let us see. So we've got an average to wide kind of CPR tomorrow, which is also elevated. We've got a good closing above today's CPR, and we have an H3 L3 also, which is higher value tomorrow. So we have a good bullish bias that we can maintain for tomorrow. You can see here that the CPR, that is the central pivot range, the PP and the L3 are at the same level. So PP plus L3. This is the same level, and you can see that this is the H3. So tomorrow, anytime you see a bounce back to the, you can see a pullback back to the L3 level, you can trade long for the level of the H3 tomorrow. That is if price opens above the bottom central pivot and confirms the bias. The bias needs to be confirmed. And what do we have in Bank Nifty? We do have a wide CPR in Bank Nifty tomorrow. And again, the same fact that in strong trends, you will be able to see these confluences between the L3 and the central pivot, that is the PP. So this is again going to be the level where I will look to go long if price opens anywhere above the level of the bottom central. Very simple, very easy strategy to follow. And this happens during, I naturally get entries into strong trends. So we are seeing that we are looking to go in a strong uptrend now again. And you can see that Bank Nifty is also closed above the CPR for today. You can see that Bank Nifty has closed on an intraday basis or above the CPR, the daily CPR. So that's a good sign, good bullish sign. So that's the strategy that I use and the psychology that I wanted to explain along with it. Thanks guys for watching this video. If you have liked it, then hit the like button, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified once I post another video. See you in the next one guys. Bye bye.